idea what you're meddling with. You're a pawn, a slave to forces you cannot comprehend.
What is he doing? Oh no!
I am the chosen, and you are nothing.
Is this part of the Mind Flayer stuff going on in the basement?
See.
Follow me and see.
That tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
Oh my god.
Well, no choice but to follow.
And now after that massive fight, a pit in front of me to follow Ketherick to our doom.
Looks like a long way down. Shall I go first?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. That's no problem with me. Oh, Zen's like, nah, bro, I got this. We shouldn't take any damage because we had the feather fall on. Although this looks like it's just part of the cutscene, so we may not have taken any damage anyway.
This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
Holy crap. Well, that is a very big moment. Okay, turn off action cam.
Devil I meant to rescue somewhere near.
Oh, the devil is somewhere inside of this place? Oh, is this gonna be bigger than I thought? Are we biting off more than we could chew here? Use the crossbow and the membrane. It melts away. I want to keep everyone in stealth. Oh, fuck. It's an intellect devourer.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Okay. Well, these guys don't seem mad at me for the time being, so let's just keep following the intellect devourers. A flesh rot door here. That is disgusting. It's just more intellect devourers inside. And then a guy named Chop. Chop, what are you doing in here? What are you all about, Chop?
Stench. I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out to better echo the commands of the collective.
So Chop just chops up bodies.
Could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing to do. You could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you.
Oh, what'd you do to all these people?
Chop, chop. Help them. Become.
Okay, why'd they send you all these creatures?
Yes. Yes.
Did I not say what I thought I said? Why don't I send you... Oh God, what did I say? Why don't I send you to join all these creatures?
Anything that could serve you.
Oh my God, he literally said, yes, please. He literally said he wants that. I have a feeling that's going to start a big fight. Oh, Jesus. So this is right on the other side of where I dropped down in the prison. We have seen some of this area before. I'm going to leave that guy there for now. I feel like making a scene isn't what I'm trying to do. This place gets more disgusting by the step. And oh my God. A death shepherd in the next room. Fucking million zombies in front of us too. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? We're going to take a grease bottle and throw it on the path in front of us. And you know what? Why don't we just throw 2 of those on Karlach's turn? I feel like that is legitimately a very good use of our time here. We're going to try to make this a very narrow path that these enemies are forced to then walk down. With the rest of my turn, Karlach is going to fall back. Zen, now in the front, is going to fire off a sneak attack with his first shot. Then a regular bow shot with his second. Notice how much HP this creature still has. It is a lot. This will not be easy. Zen falls back and does a little bit of sneaking with his bonus action. I hope these guys don't get involved. They literally just broke my stealth, so in a way, they already are. Now we're going to see winged horrors begin to dash. They hit the grease and at least slow down a little bit. We do see a fall there start to happen. Now another set of winged horrors begin to encroach from the far corners of the room. This is a lot. For some reason, the Death Shepherd is running away. It's to summon in even more undead. Another winged horror above us flies down in front of us, so we are not going to be able to block it. Well, Will is going to cast Hex onto, let's do a dexterity save, Hex, onto the wing horror closest to us. Then that's going to be an Eldritch Blast into an action surge. Yes, I know this is committing a lot. Into another Eldritch Blast. With that one dead, Shadowheart is going to cast Guardian of Faith in the walkway right at the end of the grease. She's then going to move up and stand right behind this as well. Okay, that will end Will's turn. The Guardian is able to do some damage. We have 20 going out on the winged horror in front of us. Now, a lot of these reconstituted duelists are starting to move in our direction. Many of the zombies are beginning to dash as well, and as they hit the grease, their feet are slipping out from God, I wish I was sleeping. Bro, I just lay in bed and think about this game. That's all I do. I'm just thinking about Baldur's Gate all the time. That's why I wanted to stay up and get this done. I don't think I would be able to get sound sleep before finishing this. Well, the grease is working very, very, very well. Next step of our master plan is going to be casting darkness in this doorway. Yes, indeed. Darkness will stop me from being able to attack most enemies on the other side. And that's okay. We're going to run in here and we're going to stand with Shadowheart hidden inside of our own darkness. If Karlach can see through to the other side, that's great. I don't think she can. Yeah, not enough movement to be able to snipe any of these guys. Let me double confirm that really fast. Path is interrupted. Path is interrupted. I believe that's what it is. Now we're just going to walk right on in. No problem. You know what? Let me move Zen off to the side behind Karlach as well. So all of these creatures can only see the Guardian. As they approach, if they attack it, it will attack them back. It looks like that's all we're getting out of that Guardian, though. Don't worry, there is still more to this plan. We are completely engulfed in this darkness. So Shadowheart should be fairly safe to cast Spirit Guardians, make it radiant damage. And we're going to stand right in the middle of the path. I am obscured. They are on grease. As they run in, they have a chance of slipping. And if they do not, they will be burned alive by our damage. Now we're going to start to move Will up as well. We're going to get him inside of the darkness. Everyone is hiding in here. The only way they're going to be able to stop us is if they have a really big AoE. So far, I haven't seen any of those from these guys. But speaking of big AoEs, I have an idea just waiting to be used. Don't you worry. The dash grouping up even more of the zombies. 8 damage, followed by 17 as they enter Shadowheart's range. Now, I could slowly kite back in this area, too. And that would also be okay, because they wouldn't get attack of opportunity as they move forward. So we might be able to kill these guys. Never mind. I just saw how much health they have. They got a lot of fucking health. Will is going to step up and use his new... No, this is Karlach. Karlach's gonna fucking... I don't know, swing? I don't know. Nice! Hey! Push this guy back into the goop. Make him run through it again. Hey, that wasn't a bad turn. I don't hate that. Zen, can you do the same? Probably can't sneak attack because we're blinded, but... Oh, you can't even reach that destination. That's kind of awkward. Here, I'll move off to the side. I think the ladies are blocking too much of the land here. Let's go ahead and get Karlach into the corner as well. I have big plans for Will on his turn, but we'll see how this plays out leading up to that. Zen isn't in the shadow, so he's the only one these enemies can see. We see more radiant damage coming out as they approach. Now Will is going to stretch out that new hammer of his and cast Sunbeam, trying to hit as many of the enemies on the right-hand side of this conflict as he can. And that does some massive damage, fully eliminating several of the zombies. That hook horror in the back is low as well. And we're just going to fall back. On Shadowheart's turn, we're going to swing into the first enemy we can, dealing a fair bit of damage, but then we're just going to move back, get him out of that Spirit Guardian range, so they then have to move back into it soon after. Not going to be able to do that weapon effect again for quite some time. There we go, a little bit more radiant damage there. We are starting to see some swings on Karlach. Will these zombies get through the grease? Some of them do, and now that radiant damage from Shadowheart has even more targets to hit, 16 more as that zombie enters it. So not all these zombies are those greater zombies. Some of them are just normal ones, and it seems like I shot that sunbeam off at a lot of the normal ones. We're going to push this guy back one more time. That way he has to run back into the Guardian effect. Zen might be able to finally land an attack on an enemy as well. That's going to make him go invisible. But again, this entire area is obscured by darkness, so there's only so much I can do after that. One more melee swing onto the zombie nearby does give me a second kill. And you know what? Let's do an offhand strike onto this one here to rack up a bit more damage. If we do want to keep kiting back, we don't have very long we can go. Oh, that blind was big. Wait, the intellect devourers on the other side are now joining in. The shadow has been dropped so they can all see me. The illusion is gone. And all of these intellect devourers coming into the fight, they have 21 HP. It's not a ton of HP, but that will add up quick. We're going to double Eldritch the winged horror in the back. That takes it down. Zen doesn't have anyone next to him now. For the rest of my turn, we will just stand still. Shadowheart goes for a swing to the belly on the greater zombie in front of her, and that does finish it off. She's just going to hold her ground. There's no reason to change anything. These zombies still trying to approach, falling prone on the grease that we laid in their path. I thought that was a pretty good play, personally. We have a lot of HP to eat through on this greater zombie. And that Shepherd of the Dead is still, like, eerily far away, just kind of watching all of this. Well, I guess one silver lining is that Chop is now in this fight, too, so he's going to be cut down to size. This ended up being a way bigger encounter than I expected. I even got 2 involved in a single one, but I think we have the setup to make it work. We're going to get another swing out on the zombie next to us, finishing it off, pushing the greater zombie back into the grease. And then Zen is... You know what? Zen's going to try to hold back the can't attack incapacitated. Bro, I'm full on paralyzed. Oh my goodness. So Zen's missing out on a whole turn. Speaking of that Shepherd, he's moving further into the room. Please don't tell me he's going to summon more things. He's just kind of wiggling back and forth over there. A lot of the intellect devourers just moved, which means we need Will to focus on some new targets here. He's not going to kill either of those, but does about half of their health in damage. Shadowheart's going to move to the end of the grease. That'll get a bit more damage on this guy. We have advantage on this attack, which we will also add some extra poison damage into. These guys are going to creep forward and take more radiant damage as they approach. Shield blow. We held onto our concentration. I make that greater zombie prone. We're still holding, but taking a lot of damage now, too. Maybe I shouldn't have moved this close. This guy's super low on HP. A reconstructed arcanist is pretty scary. They're going to be casting spells. Well, Karlach's going to run up on the reconstituted duelist, deal 13 damage. Next swing, will it connect? We make it reckless. It does not, but we'll push back this enemy one more time. Zen does have a turn now. We are going to try for a sneak attack on the close one. It doesn't work out. Do not make it crit. Normal swing, 13 damage. That's enough. We continue to run down the field to finish off another of the intellect devourers before we begin to fall back. Shadowheart does potentially find herself down before her turn rolls around, depending on how these guys move. And he's still summoning in even more targets. This is ridiculous. 2 more intellect devourers using their dash to approach. That means they won't be able to hit Zen. Will fires off 2 Eldritch Blasts. Ooh, one's an invalid. One of those was dead. Sorry, it's hard to tell. They all kind of look the same. 75% chance to hit. Both do, but again, not for a ton of damage. Okay, Shadowheart will be able to act before this guy can ever reach her, and the zombies go after her, so she's not going to die here. Shadowheart is going to cast Cure Wounds level 2 on herself. And then let's throw in a Healing Word level 2 as well. So get a little bit of HP back. Are the zombies taken care of? It doesn't look like they are. This one's knocked down, though, so I'm going to fall back. Oh, if I keep moving, I might be able to kill that next Intellect Devourer. 12 damage, not enough for the kill, but pretty close, pretty close. The zombies are standing again. Now Karlach is their main target. They go prone on the approach, though, as the grease continues to hold. We will have to burn this down if we want to get into the room to actually kill that shepherd. He doesn't seem like he's coming towards us anytime soon. And he is summoning in more and more and more creatures with ranged attacks. So Karlach's going to jump over the grease. That'll solve that problem. One big swing on the Arcanist brings him down. And then if I can, I'm just going to step to the side and do a ranged attack on their ranged marksman. He already had 7 health remaining, but we don't finish him off. Now he's down to just 1. So Karlach is entering the fight a bit more properly now. We're going to do a sneak attack on no one. We'll just do a regular swing, followed by a regular swing. I may have been able to get advantage there, to be honest. And I'm going to do a flurry of blows on Chop. Try to make it quick. That poor guy. All he wanted to do was not chop anymore. Will's going to do 1 Eldritch Blast on Chop, 1 on the zombie in front of him. Critical miss on Chop. How unfortunate. And then Will's going to hold his ground. Chop, head full of red. Don't want Chop, make it stop. Oh, God. All right, Shadowheart moves up. Hits him with that radiant energy, and then runs back. God, I'm having trouble moving because there's so many corpses. That's where we're at right now. I will dash with the last little bit of my movement here just to get in range for the radiant damage. I do think that is worth. Shit, then we can move back out of range, so they have to move back into it. I'm getting so much value out of this spell. Oh, they're even dashing, so they're not even going to attack. Oh my goodness gracious. Mark of Putrefaction coming out on Karlach, who is in the room with the final 2 of the undead that we haven't really finished off yet. First attack is going to be a ranged one. It misses. Second attack is going to be a ranged one. 90% chance to hit on both of those. Luckily for us, the second one does. I'm just going to push this guy back and try to line of sight him. He has a pretty big sword. I'm afraid of the damage he might deal. These zombies are looking like we can take them apart. First swing does the damage we need. Second swing, well, we just lost by 1 HP again. Don't worry, we still have the kick. Stop trying to use my luck. I know I could turn it off. Look how many bodies are right here. This is ridiculous. Now only the shepherd remains further into the room.
Dang it.
Shadowheart is going to cast a fire cantrip on the path in front of us. That'll get that grease burning and at least get it out of there relatively soon. We are going to see Will use Distant Spell with Eldritch Blast. Oh, he may not even need Distant. Oh, perfect. Eldritch Blast just barely in range on the Shepherd for 4 whole damage. Wow, how does he do it? He did summon one more little critter in here with him, but he only has 7 HP, and he's walking towards that fire really quick. But Mark of Petrification does come out. Now we see Karlach moving in with a big old swing for 4 damage. This guy does seem rather tanky, doesn't he? Goodness gracious. Can Zen hit from there? What's sneak attack looking like from there? I might have to get a little bit closer. Which again, because of all of the bodies on the ground, is becoming difficult to do. Sneak attack does go out. We're not going to make it crit. It does 7 damage. Next range shot, 75% chance to hit. No need to add the crit. 5 damage added on there. If the shepherd runs away, that might be best case scenario. That gives us an attack of opportunity, which we get for 7 damage. He had a bunch of extra HP that we were kind of chipping through. At least now we're hitting the real stuff. The 2 of these summoned allies of his are going to get an Eldritch Blast to the face. One of them actually took damage. We're going to try to Sacred Flame the other one. 55% chance to hit. It does, but only for 6 damage. So those targets are still standing strong. The crossbow shot goes out on Shadowheart, dealing some damage, but she holds on to that concentration. This guy is so tanky. This is ridiculous. Didn't mean for the attack of opportunity, and oh my god, she felt it. That really sucks, actually. We're gonna try to sneak attack the Death Shepherd again. I don't want to crit it. I'm saving that. Saving that for a very important target. 12 damage. Shepherd resurrecting another target. Was that the same one I just killed? Shadowheart is going to dash forward. That's going to give her some extra movement. She's just going to bring this damage right on in. There we go. Bring it over here to... Perfect. Oh, I leveled up again! Whoa! I haven't been looking at my XP at all. Level 6 monk. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Key empowered strikes. Your unarmed attacks count as magical for purposes of overcoming enemy resistances. Well, that seems good. Improved unarmored movement and additional key points. We gain Shadow Step. Teleport from shadow to shadow. Yes, dude. Imagine me going through the Salune trials with, or excuse me, the Lady Shar trials with that. Let's not get those gods mixed up. Brutal critical hit for Karlach. You've trained to strike swift and true. When you land a critical hit, you roll an extra damage die as well as the normal additional critical hit dice. Wow. We need to get a new weapon for her. We're going to short rest after that too, just to recover some of that HP. Around the corner from that fight, we see a resonance stone sitting over here in the corner. We can jump over and try to grab it. Don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Can't cast spells silence. I wonder if I could...
What's this feeling? I'm so happy.
Well, if it makes Karlach happy, that's fine with me. She can't cast spells anyway.
As the console bursts into
Found a
life,
console.
the mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
Begin to manipulate the mind? What? Emotion, speech, reason, and memory. Memory and speech, maybe? Or am I just going down the line here? Neural node. Oh, I see. So it's just a... Okay, it's not that complicated. There's an end over here that has neural pathways. It connects to these neural pathways, and you got to build the line. So I have speech here, and I also have speech here. We just need to find an easy way for them to go around and connect. So... emotion runs all the way down the bottom and connects on the bottom. And then that gives us a very clear path for us to follow for speech. That should connect us all the way to our node.
That did it.
There we go. That wasn't that hard. What did that do? Did that open up a thing? Oh yeah, that opened up a path back. Oh, look at that! That's the thing we saw at the beginning of the game in the very first cutscene!
Destiny, design, downfall.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design. Order. Perfection. Unity. Every plane. As one. Every being. In their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Oh, God.
Taken. Corrupted. Gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
It is so cool
The
to
grand
see
design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
Did I help by putting its neurons together over here? Should I not have done that? Oh, in this room, by the way, I almost walked away. There is a blade of oppressed souls sitting in the corner. It looks pretty good, like a pretty good longsword there. You know what? Let's equip it. That extra psychic damage would come into play more often than not.
Baldur's Gate will know my desire.
How do I make this a two-handed situation rather than a one-handed situation? Will leveled up. That means we can finally get level 3 spell slots, and I can pick up haste. Trickery domain spells, dominate person, and seeming. Disguise up to 4 members of your party. That's a level 5 spell slot, though. Good lord. Oh, that's where those tentacles are coming from. Is this an entire nautiloid down here? Holy crap, they have one of those restoration pods where you can just rest without sleeping on here too.
True souls have passed through this place.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect for this to be the way down. There was another chamber over here I want to look at too. There are a lot of intellect devourers in this room, but we have a plan. It's called Shoot the Intellect Devourers inside of the room. Ruptured Mind Flayer pod. Mind Flayer pod. Oh, there's someone in... Hold on a minute. Isn't that Will's patron?
Brine pools.
That
But
pod.
empty of tadpoles.
By Grazit's cock, it's about time you came.
Mizora, you're the devil. You are the devil you sent Will to rescue?
Thought you'd have figured it out by now. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
Do it, and I'll let Will off his leash. A devil always keeps her promises.
So,
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. It has 2 devices marked with illithid symbols. The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
gather your strength and smash your foot into the pod. That's the strength one. We might need to do that. Examine the device on the left.
Make no sense of the symbol.
Arcana did not work. Examine the device on the right.
Decipher the symbol. It's an illithid sigil, meaning unleash.
The one on the right means unleash. Okay, what if I just try to gather my strength and bust this thing down? We're gonna need a 14. We got it. 17. I did not expect her to be the demon. So, you keeping your part of the deal? Are we good? They follow contracts,
Good
right?
work. I'd give you a gold star, but I'm fresh out.
Well, that's okay.
As for the pact, Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soul Bearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months?
You're a disgusting little shit. You know that, Mizora.
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you.
All right, I've had enough. Sever the contract right now, or I will sever your head.
Not going to happen, but I do like your spunk. Right. I'm out of here. I need a long bath. I'll leave you to your very serious business. But don't you fret. If you survive this place, I'll find you. The pup will be needing me. Count on it.
So in 6 months, he'll be let free.
Ask Will how we met. I've loosened his tongue. It's real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
It's kind of a weird thing to just throw in there at the end. Like, you want to tell me, you just tell me. Okay, who else is in these Mind Flayer pods? I just walked by him.
Hurry now. The city calls.
It seems as though I'm too late for some of these. The red ones don't have anyone inside.
The pod is empty. Traces of psychic energy still linger about it, and memories of its former inhabitants spill into your mind. You see
okay.
the streets of Baldur's Gate, the emblem of the flaming fist, martial drills and courtly dances. You feel the courage of a soldier who became a commander, and the intelligence of a commander who became a duke.
Oh crap, is this Will's dad?
Here, in this pod not long ago.
He was in here not long ago. These other pods do have Mind Flayers inside of some of them because they've already gone through Ceramorphosis. But there's a very interesting looking pod on the other side, isn't it?
You remember the shattered windows of Elturel's High Cathedral, the burning black sky of Avernus beyond. In its horror, the blood war unites you. Tiefling, dwarf, and elf alike huddle behind the shields of your paladin order, waiting for salvation. But when it comes, disunity, the returned city casts your people out, the devils who dragged them down to hell. In the end, it is not your paladin oath that is broken. It is your faith itself.
That's Zevlor. The tiefling that we helped save in the Druid Grove in Act 1. The one that supposedly betrayed his fellow tieflings.
You remember?
Bro, I just heard Zevlor say to lay down your weapons, please. Is he trying to get me to not fight back? There's brine pools up ahead. Are these where the tadpoles come from?
Brine pool.
No tadpoles. That was after I failed a check. Can we get another check on that? Shadowheart, you want to try?
A brine pool. Empty, thankfully.
Oh no. Is everyone failing?
Thick brine for the wrigglers.
Oh no, is everyone failing?
Funny looking tad. Wonder what gives.
Wonder what gives.
No more tadpoles. Hope they all weren't used on people.
All right, we're sneaking again. What about this area up here? Is this where they took Will's dad? There is movement in the next room. Likely just those little brains walk. Oh, those aren't little brains walking around. Harry Henry. Ironfinger. Magthew Budge. And Cressa Bone Daughter. Oh, I should have done something earlier. Just standing here letting her finish that prayer allowed her to get a buff out for the party. We're gonna cast darkness here.
Gather yourselves.
It sounds like these guys are about to march out. Indeed they are. Everyone inside of the darkness. Turn-based mode is on. They're walking into a trap and they don't even know it yet. Spirit Guardians with radiant damage goes out on Shadowheart as she runs headfirst into the goop in front of her. Wait, they aren't even enemies yet. They probably should be, right? Should I talk to one? That's a pickpocket. Hey, Karlach's gonna get the fight started for us. There we go. Some damage on the side. We're gonna swing again too. Some extra psychic damage is always wonderful there. I kind of messed up everyone else entering this fight. And, you know, Will's trying, but I'm not even sure that he could swing his weapon at the moment. Yeah, he's not connecting with much of anything. Just that same guy over on the side. So I'm hoping this will start combat next turn. And as they get mad, wait, they just walked away. The goal was that as they got mad, they would just walk into my stuff.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Fine, I'm gonna drop the darkness, and I'm firing off a shot plain as day into the room on Magthew. It connects for 12 damage. We're following that up with another one. Critical miss, unfortunately. Let's turn turn-based mode off. I just want them to know we're in a fight now. Karlach's going to run forward with the axe yet again and swing, taking the target down. We then move inwards even more and see another of the Mistress of Souls. This makes me want to frenzy, so I think I shall. Now, when I can on Shadowheart, we're going to make a big dash into the room, but that's going to do it for Karlach right now. We see Harry Henry in front of us. Ooh, in front of a very big skull on the wall, too. My shots aren't going to be too great here, but I can at least get some out on Harry Henry. He does have some temporary HP. I think that's from the buff that they received from that little prayer that was going on. But we fire off 2 attacks. That damage is looking pretty okay, and we will end our turn there. Karlach's will end as well. We're going to double Eldritch Blast. Harry Henry. 1 connects for 9, and that will end Will's turn. Attack of opportunity from Karlach hits for 17 damage as the Mistress of... What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? That seemed like a lot of damage. That seemed like a lot of damage all happening at the same time. A lot of fire damage from the Nautiloid tanks. She did an AoE that then ruptured. She gave me a piece of my own medicine. That's what she fucking did. I'm going to try to use a charm so this guy doesn't hit me back. It looks like that charm was successful. Karlach is now the healthiest person in this room. Luckily for me, that guy dies as he approaches us. We are going to dash on Shadowheart as our main action and just rip right through the corner, trying to spread this radiant damage as we go. That was successful, and we're going to end our turn right there. This might be another short rest opportunity for us. We see a Ray of Sickness on Karlach that does not connect, but then a Spirit Guardian being summoned from behind. Will is on the ground, stands up with just a few slivers of HP. Ironfinger, the Skull Lasher, is now going to take the brunt of the damage from Karlach. She's also going to pick up this small halfling and toss her deep into the fire as well. 10 damage as she lands. She'll likely be inflicted with some burning too. So it looks like I wasn't the only one that took damage. I believe there was some friendly fire in that last fight as well, in that last cast with all of that fire. We're going to try to sneak attack. It looks like we can from the side. That's going to be 18 damage. Second shot with the crossbow fires off 10, ending that caster's life. Will is going to second wind because I'm very afraid of the damage this fire is going to deal. And then he's going to run up with that mace of his for 5 more damage. And I think that's going to do it for everyone. We might be able to Sacred Flame from here. 88% chance to hit. It does for 15.
But the hack doctor who half pieced you together after whatever caused your head to get in this mess. Someone else must have attacked you in the midst of whatever you were doing down here. This necromancer was a grunt in the scheme of the horrors enacted against you. That attacker is the source.
I had no idea this was part. Try to remember the attack. I had no idea this was part of my story.
In the heart of all these membranes, there was a dagger awaiting you all along. But from who?
Let's see if we can speak with Dad with that target. I'm also thinking about long resting here again. We don't have aid yet, so why don't I cast a level 3 aid? Shit, we can make it a level 5 aid. That would be so much health. Oh my god, let's do it. Let's go ahead and short rest too. So we have a bunch of temporary HP. Now let's do the Speak with Dead necklace. Target that on Shadowheart. Ooh, there may not be enough of these corpses left. Before we do this, let me disguise self on Shadowheart. Just to make sure we get the cast off okay.
The corpse has nothing.
Man, I can't believe that was part of my Dark Urge shit. I had no idea. I'm sorry. The Bone Daughter. Are there any more clues on her body? Just a topaz. The Mistress of Souls research log. She's the one that just died. Experiments of the first one, day 4. Again, I have noticed a fluid leakage from the oral cavity and have ascertained the cause. Due to the unusual method of parasitic insertion, the secretions of the creature within are leaking out, rather than being absorbed by the brain. As we have noted in other thralls, I cannot say why the parasite is evacuating this oil, but it has the scent of garlic. We now know indicates it is fed on the host's brain matter itself. Ugh. Day 5, vivisection day today. Showed no signs of pain as I was unraveling the long intestine, but instead grabbed the organ as if it were a rope, reached to wrap it around my neck as if to strangle me, but all the strength in its poor arms is quite gone. Had to thread the guts back into the body. We'll try another day. Ugh. Well, let's go ahead and use the restoration pod. Does that count as a full rest? It does not. Okay. But we still have aid active, and did we get spell slots back? Oh, it's weird seeing Shadowheart not being Shadowheart. We got all of our spell slots back. That is excellent. I'm going to dispel my disguise. That was freaking me out. I think the only way forward is to take the neural apparatus down to this very ominous area.
Around a lot more than usual.
Wow, what a cinematic descent.
Excited by something, drawn to it.
And they're saying their tadpoles are moving around more. Okay. Many, many moons ago, I bought a ring that will shelter me from the mind of mind flayers. Zen still has it equipped. I have not forgotten. Will it be useful up ahead? I hope so. I've been wearing it a long time. I feel really bad about killing that NPC. Please forgive me. Don't be too hard on me down in the comments.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
Okay, let's enter. And probably Ketherick too, right? I was worried he was doing that weird cutscene thing again. Oh no, is that his dad?
Was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prism? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up.
Oh, just do it!
So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager.
That is so creepy.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
Are they leaving?
The Edict of Bane.
Good, it looks like we're not fighting all three here. Whoa, is that your guy's mount? Is that how you get around? That is insane. Wait, is that the absolute? Wait a minute.
The Testament of Myrkul.
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guests. Behold, Duke Ravengard. The absolute...
It's a big brain!
Preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Oh, no. Don't let that in there, it sucks. Oh, looks like it's too late.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
They just left. Just disapparated.
It is time.
Oh, no!
March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Wow. And that is happening even when everything we've been doing in our campaign has been against the Absolute. Imagine if we were helping it. That is a full-blown mind flare on the other platform. And I can't tell what this is. More necromites. This is not good. But that's Will's dad up there. We have to do something. Zen. Okay, if I break off from the group, can I obscure it? No, it's so lit here. There's no way for me to hide at all here. Well, maybe that's a sign we shouldn't hide. Shadowheart casts a level 2 Bless to start things off. That's going to buff the attacks of everyone in our party. Bless is in play. Now we need to protect that. I'm going to turn on turn-based mode and cast Mirror Image. I noticed turn-based mode didn't affect the big bad evil guy. I use sneak attack. Oh god, unless I can talk to him. Do you think I can talk? Hold on. I totally soft-locked the game with turn-based mode. I had to reload my save. There's a lot of little critters moving around. Honestly, I think we're past the point of talking to Ketherick. It looks like that's not even an option. But we can at least have a cutscene.
Draws one toward death like a moth to light. You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny.
I'm feeling confident I'm gonna have the prism at the end of this.
Destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
I just want to be free of my parasite. That's what all of this has been about.
Impossible. You are bound to it, and in death it will bind you to me. That is the power my lord Myrkul has granted me. Command over the immeasurable legions of the dead. But he did not only give me power, he gave me the one thing no other god could grant me.
What's that?
My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more.
It's a powerful thing.
For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Myrkul, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
I think you're mistaken. I will kill you now, and then I will raise you as my servant. Are you planning on betraying your allies?
Yes.
Oh. Well, straightforward.
Join the army of the dead, true soul. Witness Lord Myrkul's glory.
He really does just bend the knee for everybody. Shadowheart was right. Well, here we go. On the first turn of combat, we fire off a sneak attack onto Ketheric Thor. Maybe I should focus the Mind Flayer on the far side. It's just a little out of my range, but that seems like something that's very important. I have a really good shot here. I'm going to take it. We're going to crit. 22 damage has landed true. We're going to fire off another shot for 6. Now with Shadowheart, we move up to the front. And honestly, I want to put a Guardian down right next to this guy. But there are a bunch of little Mind Flayers and skeletons on the other side, and I have a feeling they're going to be running towards us. This does not take my concentration. Unfortunately, that bless has worn out on everyone except for Zen, but giving him concentration is very good. We're going to do a level 4 Spirit Guardian right in front of Shadowheart here. The idea being that these enemies will run towards it, and when they do, they will take damage as they enter the area of effect. Zen is now going to... Oh, shit. Zen's going to back up and crouch. If he can get a sneak turn in, he will try. I don't think it'll go particularly well. The Mind Flayer looks towards the center of the room and levitates down to Ketheric's side. Now it moves down the mesh nearby and does a 44 fucking damage attack onto Shadowheart. 44 damage! It was an AoE too!
Isabel.
Yeah, Isabel's dead.
Back once already. Your death will be final.
Yeah, I killed her, bro. She's lit like... I guess I never did tell him the specifics of how she died. Maybe I should have. A lot of ranged attacks happening on the Guardian now. Shadowheart takes 10 more damage. That means 50 from a single attack from that creature up ahead. That is absurd. Combat has rolled around again, so it's time for more of our allies to get involved. Will is going to Eldritch Blast both the Mind Flayer and the small zombie nearby. I probably should have turned on the knockback, but that's okay. That was decent damage. Karlach's going to enter the fight in a very similar way with a ranged attack onto the nearby skeleton. I would get closer, but it would see me. There's no way we sneak up. But hey, that is a kill. We're very happy with that. I'm going to have... I don't think he could do that AoE again. So I'm going to have... I could have had Karlach move down, potentially. I have Shadow Step, but area must be lightly or heavily obscured. Everything is in view. Unless... This is a big unless... I cast this cloud here to blind both of them. And does that make that area obscured? So as a bonus action, I can move in, or the area I'm in also has to be obscured. Well, that may have blinded the Mind Flayer for a moment. I don't know how much it actually needs its eyes, but I don't hate that turn. I'm still going to continue to hang back here with Zen. I don't want to commit to moving up too far. We need this kind of cannon fodder killed off. The Mind Flayer runs into our entire group, does a critical hit for 56 damage onto Karlach. The little critters are moving in, and there we go. At least one of them was smitten. Now more dashes are continuing to push through. That blind does nothing. Deadly orders on Zen has been used. Please don't tell me he's mind controlled. That would be so bad. Affected entity was ordered to attack a specific target. Maybe that means they're coming to attack me, like what happened to Will earlier. One attack does pass through Shadowheart. We're going to cast Spirit Guardians with radiant damage yet again. We're then going to run that damage forward and heal ourselves with a very upcasted healing word. This is a level 4 one. I feel like I need the healing. That's why I'm upcasting it so hard. I don't think it's worth upcasting it that hard, but I felt like I needed to. We're then going to sneak attack the Intellect Devourer that's right next to Shadowheart. That will finish it off. Ranged attack the other one. That should finish that one off. And now Shadowheart's going to try to run towards the Mind Flayer. We are just short of that attack. Zen's going to step up and then do a flurry of blows onto the Mind Flayer, dealing a shit ton of damage to it. Okay, it is going to attack next turn. Let's see how it does it. If it runs away, it's going to take radiant damage. It missed the attack on Zen, so we're going to try to charm it. The charm does not work. The Mind Flayer is still able to attack us. Do you not hear the Elder's call? No, I do not, Mind Flayer. No, I do not. We are going to see Will cast Action Surge, so he is able to do something with his turn. That chance is pretty low. If I fog here, will that protect us from this guy? I mean, I could fog there too. We could just double fog this dude. God fucking damn it. That attack of opportunity is nuts. I just don't want Ketherick doing anything from the high ground. I want him totally obscured, so he has to literally come down here to the low ground to do anything. At least that's the hope. We are about to see a bunch of damage coming from these Necromites if we are not careful, but for now they are a good distance away. Radiant damage to the Intellect Devourer as it runs forward, and Ketherick's trying to find a way of re-entering this fight. He does get a view of Shadowheart from there. Oh, he's gonna dash. All right, I think we've officially confused him. So are these guys all focusing Shadowheart now? No, some of the damage coming out on Will. All right, Karlach is going to take out that big ol' axe and start smashing it into the Mind Flayer. 14 damage followed by another 14. We have killed one of the most dangerous creatures the land has ever seen. Karlach's now going to jump up to the high ground, and she will be the force the casters have to deal with. Zen now goes for a sneak attack on his faraway friend, Ketherick. We do have to get a little bit closer first and do a cunning action to hide, but we could do that no problem. 70% chance to hit. We fire it off, and it does for 19 damage. We then shoot another shot from the crossbow, connecting for 6. Now on Shadowheart's turn. I don't have to focus on leap, right? We're just going to get the jump in play and then jump towards Ketherick. I don't think I could do... Oh, I can do a little bit more movement. We get in range, and that radiant damage is starting to hit. We don't have the knockback, correct? Okay, good. That's what I want. We're going to have Will step forward, double cast Eldritch Blast onto Ketherick. 6 damage is being sent. Then we're going to use Quicken Spell on Eldritch Blast to do it again. 9 damage that time. All right, Ketherick, it's your turn. He goes for a gigantic smite onto Shadowheart. She definitely felt that down to her very core. She tries to shield blow to knock him down, but he passed the save, and he goes for another smite. Shadowheart is down on the platform above us, and another undead is being summoned in behind.
Focus your attack, soldiers.
The undead on the high ground have been told to focus Zen now, and we're starting to see those attacks rain in. The first misses, the second connects for 9. Zen is holding on as he takes 8 more damage. There's one more cast coming his way for 6. This guy behind us also exploding for even more damage. We are going to see... Nice. Karlach jump in and go for a very big cleave. Actually, we don't have cleave anymore. We have crowning damage. I can pick a target. I may just go for a push here, but we don't even have the bonus action. So I'm just going to swing. We'll be able to finish these off one turn at a time at this rate, but next turn will go a lot better, I think. Zen is in a perfect spot where he is not seen by the high ground, so he is going to crouch down, fire off another sneak attack. 58% chance to land. If it does connect, it is a very high chance of killing Ketheric right here. We fire it off. 13 damage connects.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal.
This is inside of the fog that we cast. It's not normally this foggy. Is he gonna fall back?
Myrkul, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours.
Oh, God. Is he gonna rise out of that even stronger? I swear to God.
You dare end one who belongs to me.
That is a god speaking. Oh no!
And you have slain my chosen, but it is no matter, for I am death. And I am not the end. I am the beginning.
Please don't tell me he's calling that gigantic scythe over. He's calling that gigantic scythe over to him. My healer is currently deceased at...
Shit.
Shit is right. Yeah, that's Shadowheart right there. Saying shit. What are we looking at here? Level 11, Visage of the Dead God. We still have the undead opponents over here that we need to worry about. Karlach is already low. Zen has done one attack. He's gonna do another. It missed. Oh, shit. Will is going to move to the left and distance spell haste onto Karlach. That's going to get rid of the smoke over there, and that's okay. I'm then going to fly up to this platform with Will, because I'm afraid. Zen is going to drink a potion, if he still has a bonus action. We don't have very many of those left, do we? He doesn't still have a bonus action. So he's going to walk forward, and I'm going to end my turn and hope I did something right here. Is Shadowheart about to take a swing? I think she is. Gaze of Dead on Zen. 7 necrotic damage. Shadowheart was sent reeling. That's fine. Reeling is fine. Double misses. 1 connects for 6 damage onto Karlach, and the undead on the low ground tries to hit Zen, but that doesn't connect either. Now, Karlach, with haste, is going to be able to attack a lot. Like, a lot. There is another undead incubating just behind her here, and I'm not too worried about that. Our first swing is going to hit a necromite. Second swing kills them. Oh, third swing kills another. Let's go ahead and try to swing on the skeletal thing. We kill that too. And then Karlach is going to move down here and push the last of the undead into the pit. What a beautiful, beautiful turn. Zen is going to drink the largest potion in Will's inventory, jump up to the high ground if he can. Not enough movement. So what can you do from the low ground? We're going to fire off 2 shots with disadvantage from our crossbow. The first one connects for 15 damage. The second literally didn't seem to do anything. There it is. Oh, that connected for another 15. And now Will is going to try to move up towards the mesh on the right. Oh, we didn't make it. Zen was going to try to move. We didn't make it. Will sniping from the back may not be a bad thing. I'm kind of hoping that he can throw a potion pretty far. We're going to send it to Shadowheart. It healed her for nothing. Did that hit the ground and not hit her? God, that is the most disappointing thing I have ever fucking seen. With the rest of her turn, Karlach stands ready to jump into the fight next turn. Will uses second wind and contemplates that throw. Will Shadowheart get taken down here? Deadly gaze onto Will. There's only one undead left. Big hit onto Shadowheart. Once again, does not connect. What the heck? Oh, it did move all the way down to Zen, but it didn't connect there either. We're going to jump up to the high ground, use our action to help up Shadowheart. Since the other one didn't work. You're getting up, right? Hello? That was my action. What? Is that part of him being dead? What the fuck? That was my whole fucking action!
This isn't
Karlach's going to jump over the... It's not her turn yet. She's not doing anything. Why didn't you stand? That is so depressing. What the actual fuck is that? Will's gonna double cast Eldritch Blast onto the undead on the low ground. It ends the undead's life, and we end our turn. I am so sad. Dead gaze on Zen, that's gonna be 9 damage. Reaper on Shadow, that pushes me back again. Bro, I'm trying to get up there to help. There's literally no way I can. Karlach jumps into the fight. She swings. She swings. Reckless. She just keeps on fucking swinging. But she can't because she lost haste. What if I recast haste right now? I could twin it. But if I fucking twin it, like, that doesn't fucking matter. What I am going to do is magic missile. I shouldn't need distance spell on it. Just regular old magic missile. We're going to do that there. So we can then cast fly and move to this platform to try to get a little closer. Zen's going to stay on the low ground because every time I go up, it fucking sucks. But he's going to fire off 2 ranged attacks at the God of Death yet again. The dead god for 15 damage. With my bonus attack, I'm drinking that other potion in Will's inventory for 13 health. I think I am still too close to the boss, but we'll cross that road when we get to it.
One life to my life. Sustain.
This is on Karlach this time. 4 damage. She can take it. She has to. That scythe does a lot, but she's still holding. Dash from afar. Okay, if I can do this on Will, we're about to have a huge turn. This guy might mess it up. We're gonna select Will first.
Holding back.
I am so fucking upset that it took my action and didn't res my healer. I am so upset. We're gonna try to twin. Oh, we can't do it. Okay. We just need to get haste back on Karlach. So whatever I need to do to get that done, let's do it. She is hastened. She can now swing 4 times, and she will recklessly. Every single one of these is going to have advantage. We connect for 12. We connect for 17. We connect for 14. And then I should have done a pummel strike first, to be honest with you, but we're just going to do it now. That means he might be off balance. No, he's not. We just dealt more damage, so that was actually totally good. That was best case scenario. We're going to fire ranged attacks from the low ground with Zen again. Critical hit for huge damage. We tried again, 65% chance to hit, and it does. Now that means Will is going to fly back over to this platform. Because he cast a spell, he's able to do it. And we're going to try to hold on to that constitution. If Karlach can survive this attack, we have a chance of winning. If not, this is looking real bad really fast. Dead Gaze for 8 damage. She has 30 health remaining. She has 133 by default, and the attack misses! And the attack misses! As soon as we get back to Karlach's turn, she's going to unload with 4 more attacks onto this thing. But what is it doing? Reaper's Rewards. It killed off an enemy or something. I'm not sure what happened there. Reaper's Rewards, it has 1 stack. Don't react. It has 1 stack. Consume Necromite's soul and gain the ability to cast Finger of Death. Oh god, start swinging. Disadvantage this time, make an advantage. First one connects for 16. The second one kills the monster.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken.
No longer chosen.
You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Wow.
The Apostle of Myrkul. Hadn't expected that. Oh, Gortash.
I wonder what Shadowheart would have said if she was alive.
It's in his armor. Take it.
His Netherstone is in his armor. What does that even mean? Zen tries to rush up there after hearing the Guardian's words and tries to loot him. Oh, I could take that out of there with a knife. Give me just a quick second. There we go, dude. Slice a couple fingers off there, though, Zen. Be careful.
Death, the body is cooling. That energy radiates from the stone.
My guardian.
You did well. Really well. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw. Held here by those 3 against its will.
Well, only 2 now.
Controls it. And these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
Extremely. How is it you're able to leave the Astral Prism now?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
You know, I came here looking for a cure, and I still haven't found one.
Perhaps not a cure, but you found the source of your infection and the reason for its abnormality. The crown atop the Elder Brain. Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Do you know who those other enemies are?
One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Myrkul, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the dead 3.
Oh! I didn't put that together. Chosen of the dead 3.
Bane, Baal, and Myrkul. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy.
He was.
But working together and controlling an elder brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
What hope do we have if the gods themselves are involved?
Hope is a luxury for those who have a choice. This is the battle of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an elder brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers.
That does not sound good.
What it needs is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends.
Those are some big stakes.
I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
I understand. On his body, we have the Reaper's Embrace. Magical plate, all incoming damage is reduced by 2. When activated, you can't be moved against your will by any spell or action, but have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Disadvantage on stealth checks and Howl of the Dead as a cantrip. Man, this guy had a bunch of stuff. That shield as well. I've only seen shields have +2 armor class. I wonder if there's any that go further. We have a note here as well. Papa, I love you. Okay, that's okay. Well, I'll help myself to all of that. Don't mind me. Is that a portal to the surface? I think it is. What started as I'll record a couple sessions at 1 in the morning has turned into an all-night marathon. It's a little past 8:15 right now. It looks like our camp has just moved right into Moonrise, hasn't it? Oh my God. Well, that's going to do it for me right now, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know how I'm going to edit this chunk down, but I hope it turns out good. If you guys are enjoying the series, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and we are going to rest before we move on to the next leg of this adventure. What a campaign!